on my seatbelt, but you're on my seatbelt. Right, bud? Wrapping up here and heading home now. For those of you wondering from before, it was about a 10-minute drive overall, more or less. I have a trunk literally full of blasters and a back seat kind of halfway full. So we'll head home and unpack and see exactly what we got. Nothing super duper special. A lot of older in-strike stuff, but some good stuff. Some stuff that'll be used for parts and things. Some stuff, quite a bit of stuff that will likely get just turned right around, taken to thrift stores and things like that. I think I got 4 or 5 Vulcans, which I already have more Vulcans than I need, so those will probably get flipped right around, but I've already got a box of stuff that I'm sending to thrift stores anyway, so it's not so much of a hassle since I'm already going to be making the trip as it is. Ended up with some weird stuff. I got a couple of Boomco blasters as well, which may or may not get turned into integration things. A lot of stuff I'm not sure if it works at all. So if it works, it'll probably get thrown in the loaner bin or thrifted, and if it doesn't work, it'll probably get thrown in the boneyard and magically turned into something else later. It'll be good. This is a guy who, kind of a cool story actually. I mean, it's one of those like Nerf stories, so it's cool for Nerf people, but not so cool or inspiring for normal people. He was in not Australia, Arizona, apparently for school. And his was dealing with a bit of depression because apparently the area of Arizona he was at was particularly dismal. I'm not sure where exactly it was, but it was, I mean, as boring as Arizona is, it was apparently really boring. And he learned about, this Nerf thing. I mean, more so than just Nerf as it is, but as far as Nerf hobby side of things, kind of. Not active modder, mostly prop builder type stuff, but also just the thrifting and the collecting and stuff like that. He apparently ended up with 36, I think he said, totes full of blasters and things. And then when he got done with school and he had to figure out how to get those all home, and then his parents weren't super duper tickled with all the stuff. They're supportive and everything. I thought it was cool, and they do some painting and prop making type stuff like that. And so you're kind of in the way. But so they thinned out quite a bit. Got down to, I think he said 20 or so. and within me told me what the deal was, and so we were kind of in communications, and he had some other pictures of things that he had that he was thinking about selling and whatnot. And I got to the point where he was like, okay, I'll be able to get rid of this stuff a lot quicker, especially when summertime is over and the flea market wasn't going to run anymore. And so he was just kind of selling outright. So I went and picked up a lot more stuff. He had them all set out in his driveway and bought another trunk full of things. And then he thinned out things more and said, okay, this is like the final thing. And, come see if there's anything you want. And then I've got some friends over here and grab stuff. And then I'm going to end up sending them out to thrifting or thrift stores. Stop doing that, man. Also was going to send some off to auction. He's apparently got some boxes he's going to send off to some YouTuber type folks, things like that. And so today was one of those where he's like, okay, this is stuff that's left. We decided not to do auction stuff or thrift stores. We just want it to disappear. So if there's anything you want, come grab it and take it. And I said, okay, I got a trunk and a car, so I literally had to kind of shimmy things around and fill all the nooks and crannies in the trunk of the car, and then had to load some more awkward things. Crossbows don't stack well; they don't store well. So I've got the giant zombie strike, both like arrow firing thing. That's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. It didn't fit in the trunk. I got like maybe 2 or 3 more crossbows that they didn't fit in the trunk either. There's sitting in the back. So we'll get home and we'll look in the garage and try to figure out where we're going to fit all this stuff, because I'm sure I don't have enough quotes anyway. He sent me with a couple boxes that are broken down, so we'll build some boxes and sort things out, have kind of a thrift box. I'm not sure if we might not do the Barracuda today. We might not have shop time today. We might just do some more sorting and chilling out, and then tomorrow we'll dig into doing an actual sit-down project and stuff. So, and for those of you who are all concerned about like, oh, is this going to be like a long drive? We're about a mile away from the house now. So it wasn't even as far as I thought it was at first. Hi. You're being such a good boy today. Gosh, you're being a good boy. But we're waiting at a light because that's what you do at a red light. Yeah. I figured he had a whole lot of stuff, like a lot of blasters and things, because I know how much he had before, but I didn't know he was unloading as much as he was unloading. And I kind of underestimated that, there's like, filled the trunk to the point where the back of the car is sagging, like more than I expected. It's not dragging or anything, it's just one of those where you look at the car and go, ooh, yeah, that's, plastic adds up really quick. Blasters and things being what they are. As far as audio and everything, am I yelling at the car because the car is louder than everything else? But I also have the microphone right here, so if I'm yelling, my phone is ringing. Why is the phone ringing? I don't know what that is. So if I'm yelling, I'm apologizing. I'm just speaking loudly to compensate for the car being loud. So if you're yelling too loud, and I'll try to not do that next time. It won't make much of a difference today because we're almost home. I'm not yelling. Oh, good. I'm not yelling. That's good. Because in my work van, then it's got one of those like inboard or inbuilt thing where you just talk at the car and the car talks back to you when other people are talking. But I instinctively yell because there's a lot of road noise in the van. And so anytime I call my wife to let her know I'm on the way home or whatever, then she's always like, "You don't have to yell. You don't have to yell. The microphone's really good. You don't have to yell." And so I'm like, I love you so much, and I'm heading home. And she's like, just cool it, So. Thank you for apparently me not yelling, which means that people wearing headphones or whatever aren't like, gosh, wish he'd shut up. So this didn't used to be a, well, this always was an intersection, but years and years and years ago, this was just a four-way, and you could just pull up and you rode through, and now we got lights, and the lights last forever. What are you doing? Get off me. So we're almost home. For those of you who are like, hey, driving is really boring because you really have a hard time keeping on topic, and you like stammer a lot. So don't worry, we're almost done here. And you have been such a darn good boy. Gosh, you've been a good boy today. If you beat your poor head on the dash because dumb people were driving. Driving is fun. Cool. It's the house. Ready to go home? Ready to go home? Ready to go home? Okay, here we are. It's going to get bumpy because we have to drive through a weird little dip thing and then drive through the yard to get to the garage, so hang on. So if the phone drops, and that's what's going on. Driving through the yard. Don't look at me like that. I reckon that's pretty good. Good boy. Remember that thing I talked about a minute ago? I said, make sure I don't do this. I did that thing. So, hmm. Hey, happy boy. Hey, look what I did. I broke it. Okay, well, let's unload some stuff. Can I turn things around? I can't turn it around, can I? Oh, wait, watch that. Sweet. Okay. We'll do that. There we go. Oh, happy boy. That's what we got. So, plus that cool stuff in there. All right. Hey, where are you at? Boy. Okay. Ow, Jimmy Christmas, got a sliver in my finger. Ouch. Stupid door. Tell you what, I'm gonna stick you guys up here for a little bit and start unloading junk because it'll be a heck of a lot easier to unload junk. Ouch. Ow. Okay. So let's get this set up here. All staged up so we can just kind of hang up for a little bit. Remember when I said today was going to be like super informal and whatnot? Yeah. video I'm watching here. Hey, there we go. Okay, just for the heck of it, let's catch up on what's going on here. Just here reading the chat finally. Hey, where you at? Stay in the house, please. We're back. Will we see the trunk? Yes. You're not yelling. Thank you. Not too loud. Quality's a bit worse. Sorry. We love you so much. Yes. Driving's fun. Don't worry. I'm just here for the doggo. Yeah, aren't we all, though? Hey, you're outside again. What are you doing, man? Did I already thrift? It was not thrifting per se. It was a localish guy thinning out his collection and said, "Hey, if you want this, take it." And I did. Looks like he really likes one for rides. He likes rides a lot. Good golly, my gosh. My clear Raider stock. Not a clear Raider stock, just a very poorly painted silver one. So, okay. Tell you what, gang. I'm going to... Actually, you know what we might do? Let's do something a bit different. So we got this. See if I can find a clever way to set up so I can just, like, unload the trunk or whatever. Talk as we go. Hey. Hey, bud. Set you down for a second. Just gonna set you in the chair. So hang out in the chair for a minute, gang. Okay, I cleverly covered up my license plate for legal reasons or whatever. So what if we just, guys, on the... There we are. Nope, wrong way. There we are. Nope, let's flip you over. Whew, things are getting crazy. You're sitting crooked on a wheelbarrow, so... screaming. So if you want to maintain like internet anonymity, then
It's a priest, man.
yeah. For the price of whatever it takes in gas to drive over to Cloverdale.
Good score.
Yeah, that's that kid that was running the flea market thing.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah, he came out and said, hey, we're down to the stuff that we're just going to unload. We just assumed it disappeared. So if you can make it disappear, cool. So.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
Get used for something like that. It's a clock. 12 volt, but switches. I didn't know if you had a use for it.
No, not that I can think of. Cool.
It does work. I tested it.
Nice.
You need some more boxes?
Are they big beefy guy boxes?
Yeah, I've got a couple. I'll go and get them.
All right, thank you. Awesome. Cool, thanks.
Sure.
Well, it's a little stouter than the ones I got, so. Lots of weird stuff, but
Hey, that's okay. Weird stuff's cool.
yeah. A lot of things in the stores. I got 4 more open in there. And things like that, so I might be able to use like a barrel section.
Hey, you never know. So is he out of the business?
Just thinning stuff out. He apparently started with 30 something totes when he was in Arizona. He got down to 20. Wants to be down to like 6.
You have a good start.
Yeah. This stuff. Unload it, get it out on the floor, and 50 things. Start testing. See who's broken, what's what.
You read?
So I still got a giant box with them. I need to finish fixing up. Got batteries and everything.
Nice. Hey, you never know.
Yeah, that's it. Figured at the very least it gets him out of his way. He can move on with his thing, and my stuff he was planning on sending to a thrift store. I can use stuff I need to haul anyway, so
Yeah.
no worse off. At least it's out of his hair. Give me a chance to poke through and
Well, did he have any decent stocks and that stuff like that, or is he keeping that stuff?
he's keeping a lot of bits.
Yeah,
Right,
can't blame him.
So I got a lot of these basically worthless 6-round mags that I've been collecting because I still want to do a game that's just nothing but 6s.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
just hundreds of them. Yeah, he still has a lot of stocks and things, but they want to go through one more time. They're going to put 10 away from there because when the spring comes out, then they'll go through and do some more sorting on. I guess having such a huge volume, it's like, oh, I have so much stuff. Why do you get so much stuff? So you get rid of the stuff you want to get rid of, and then you're left with what you're left with. Why that's important this time? Yeah, that's the thing. It's, you know, I can pack it and integrate it with something else if I want to. And weird things like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Something else.
Goes right in the thrift box.
Okay, well, we're in the middle of something. I'll catch up to you later.
All right, sounds good. There you are. Hey, no, we're over here. Over here. Silly face. Okay. Stick you back up here for a minute. Catch up on chat. What the heck's chat doing? Hey, Craig. We're in here for a minute. Boy. Never thought I'd get to sit in the ugly chair. You guys are always welcome to come sit in the ugly chair. If Foam Blast comes to my house, they can sit in the chair. I'll even clean the dog hair out of it. Nice lawn. Space-wise, yes. Condition, not so great right now. Had to restart. Oh, dang. Kicking ball around. Seems like a nice neighbor. It's almost like he's sorting way to do an episode for the show. Ah, all right. Yes, that was, yes, the neighbor that came by is my father. Folks live down the property next door. So, yeah, they, when we do Nerfy party things, then it's not a long walk for them. So I'm going to start dragging boxes in, and we'll just keep the chat rolling and come in and check things as the boxes come in, and I might try to move the camera angle a little bit so we can kind of see what we're doing here, and we'll go from there. Hey, there's a ball. Dang, these boxers are wider than the path that I have left in the garage to move around. There's one. There's two. There's three. Four. All right. Hang on a second. Let's do this, because I think that's generally what. There we go. I think that jumped on the Wi-Fi. That tends to make the signal a little better. Okay. Was this all from Jacob Little? No, this was a different guy. He was just unloading all of his stuff. I've actually looked at his. He's got it posted on Facebook Market or whatever. Kind of eyeballed it. Well, I guess the difference in justifying paying for something versus justifying driving across town to pick it up is different. So, what do we got here? Can we precariously perch this up here? How about this? Flip it around. That make it worse? I don't think that helped. There we go. There's some stuff. Okay. Gotta go paint before it gets too cold. All right, Nightwing Nerf. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so we got this guy here. We'll put the chat over here, like this. Now we can all keep it. Cool. Okay, 20 people. Good heavens. Okay, this is going to be not quite as exciting as things we've done in the past. So, let's see. It's going to be a lot of sorting and testing what we've got here to see if stuff's good or bad, and then kind of act accordingly. Hi. Put my demolisher missiles over here where the demolisher missiles go. you to go one way or the other, please. What are you doing? Okay, this guy. Don't necessarily need one of these for loaner bin or anything because they're more frustrating than anything. This is probably most definitely going to be a thrift box piece. And actually, seems to work as well as you'd expect for a Spectre. It is an okay shape, it's not crunchy or anything, so I understand you want to be the center of attention, but I need you to move one side or the other. Just one side or the other. Okay, so we'll start piling them up over here. Here we go. Now, this won't last very long. I had a pile of Mavericks for a while that I stored in this wastebasket, which was very appropriate. But it was the perfect size. You could lay them kind of alternating one way or the other, and I could fit like 15, 20 of those in here. So we'll use the wastebasket. Sorry, bud. Come on. Good boy. So, today being a holiday, what is everybody else doing for the holiday besides watching the chat here? I assume this means that you don't have anything else exciting or more exciting to take care of. Oh yeah? Works as good as any Maverick is expected to work. No, today isn't it Martin Luther King Day? I don't know. It's usually my day off, but I'm getting paid to have a weekend since it's apparently Martin Luther King Day, or maybe it's just observed. I don't know. If I worked a normal schedule, I'd have to day off, so it's that much of a holiday. This thing. Oh, it's even got the little muzzle deal. Let's be fancy here. Oh, that's awful. This thing's awful. I'll give it one more chance. Yeah, I can't even arc it and get it like the 10 feet to my dart bin. So he'll probably just get gutted or used for, because apparently the inside, the catch and the plunger head on these are more robust than the Falcon Fire. So they're good for swapping in when you're building a spamp, because I got a spamp. They'll apparently handle spring loads better. So maybe I'll hang on to this dude for parts and things. You ever have the feeling that you're just right in the way because you want to be the most important guy in town? So, we'll see if this one's any better. Working on a Savage Spin, dying of a stomach virus. Good grief, missing work. I work for the government, and we didn't even get paid holiday or day off for today. When I was working for the district locally, technically government and whatnot, it was kind of off and on. Like we'd say, "Hey, are we getting Martin Luther King Day this year?" And they say, "What? We never get that off." And then like the next year, they'd be like, "By the way, you're getting Martin Luther King Day off. Don't come to work." And so it's always back and forth because they weren't very smart, I guess. Anyway, so this one's working actually not too bad. That's actually good enough. I might leave it in the loaner bin. So I'll go put him in the pistol box. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Which only means that I need to get the bigger tote for pistols, for single shots, anyway. Oh, when are you going to get Thursdays off? Welcome aboard, Vermin. Boy, I wish I could get those off again. Actually, Logan and I are hoping to petition our boss to say, hey, can we get like often it looked like an hour or two early on Thursdays so that we can actually like have a social life and stuff and do cool things that we like. Nice. Yeah, put that in the box for the arena. They like those little protons. In fact, put it separate. There we go. So yeah, vermin as soon as possible. So, but that's gonna take some negotiation, I'm afraid. We'll see how it goes, and you will know as soon as we know, for sure. Nice. Joe Schmo. Hey, holy smokes! Hey, Joe Schmo, thank you very much for the $20 donation. I appreciate the heck out of that. Oh yeah, that's good. That's a winner. This is a weird crossbowy thing that doesn't have a trigger. It's just a... Might, oh, yeah, he's got some issues. Might harvest him for the bungee or the Rayleigh thing. It's a single molded piece. He might just get thrifted. He'll just go right in the thrift box, I think. This is a controller adapter thing, I think, which I don't have. Dream Gear, I don't know what that is. Nice grip, but it's rubberized. I don't know if you could clean that off. But it's already got provision for a red trigger, basically. Huh. Hang on to him, because yeah, that is a nice... I'd definitely cut that back. A little more discreet, but the grip itself, it's a nice shape. So, yeah, we'll be keeping that. Put him in the boneyard. Oh, this little dude. You don't need Thursdays. I don't need Thursdays, huh? Well, I'd like to have Thursdays. Thursdays are the arena night, at least used to be. I assume that's still rival night. It was, which was always my favorite night back when my dad and I used to go hardcore at the arena. We'd show up on Thursdays and just dominate the crap out of everything in town. That's nice. These silly little things fire pretty darn good. Huh. Yep, loaner bin. It's too far of a walk. I'll just pile junked up here. What do I do for work? Technically, I can't. I don't know. They don't like us talking about what we do to like public folks. Obviously, like family can know, but they're like, "Hey, don't go like telling everybody what the heck you do for safety and whatnot reasons and stuff." So, before I talk, I should like get actual clarification on what it is that we can talk about, just for dumb reasons, because it's corporation, blah blah blah. We've been honked. Attack! Nice. It's a winner. Nice. That's one of the big guys, so we're just gonna... Can't say about that. We'll have to open him up anyway, so put him over there. I reckon. That's passable. I mean, there again, low expectations for that, but it is functional. So I reckon what's going to happen, what the heck, I guess we just need to see if things are actually usable or actually functional first, and then we can decide if I want to keep them or not. No. I'm an assassin confirmed. Actually, I like you too much to tell you that yes or no. Because you know what's going to happen. Them's the rules. The winner. Okay, there's a bunch of writing on this. Has a name and phone number and a bunch of other stuff that's like, okay. Pun made you glare at your screen. I'm sorry. That's what we get. Brian Chambers, $5. Hey, thank you very much, man. I appreciate the heck out of that. All right, that part works. Nice. That part works as well. All right. Mega, where's my mega? Blaster Show, welcome aboard. Good to see you. This is not a thrift run per se. This was a local guy who had been a collector of sorts and was thinning out his collection and got to the point where he's like, you know, I'm not selling this off quick enough. We've sorted out what we want to keep and what we want to get rid of. So here's the stuff we want to get rid of. If you want it, you can have it and just come grab it. And so, ooh, nice. Very nice. That's a nice run in Cyclone Shock. Yeah. So I got a couple of those that are kind of iffy that I thrifted, but yeah, that's it's got a nice little punch to it. Sorry, late to the party. No need to apologize. We have no curfew around here. We just kind of show up when we please and leave when we also please. Oh, I already have one of those, I think, in the boneyard, so we'll go in the thrift box. It's like a Maverick tech target thing with a weird little hooky bob. Man, I wish this thing didn't feel so cheap. Like, I don't know if that fits a dart or not. I mean, it's got some cool things, but I honestly don't know if you could even integrate that. Well, for one thing, it's coming apart at the seams already. Like, yeah. Yeah, it's just so cheap, China-y feeling, but boneyard. Another one of these guys. Oh, but Blaster Show and Ryan, we're just hanging out right now. This is I just got this stuff unloaded. If you want to see it in its entirety, then feel free to watch earlier in the stream later on. And there we go. And now we're just seeing what actually works and how well it works, and deciding whether to put it in the loaner bin, in the parts bin, or in the thrift bin. So we're kind of going through, you know. This guy here's a little dirty, and it's working a little better now. It was not working so hot a minute ago. But functions fine. Yeah, I think that's needs a little cleaning up. He's fit for the loaner bin. Maverick, definitely getting thrifted, but at least want to make sure it's gonna work first, because I don't know. I mean, oh, the heck. Having bought a lot of things at thrift stores, it's always depressing when you buy something that's like screwed up, like this guy is. Yeah, he's got some weird issues going on there with his little cylinder thingy. So, and oh yeah, he's had the air circuits taken out. Okay, I think I see what's going on. I think somebody put a, where are we at, camera-wise? I think somebody put a bigger spring in the front of the cylinder here in order to push the cylinder against the plunger head more. But what it's actually only doing is just pushing this piece out further and making it difficult where it doesn't depart as well. So, yeah. We'll go over there. I'm hereby lowering my expectations right now. Blaster Show, is it all 3 of those boxes? No, it's all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these boxes right here. There's 2 more over there still. Would have preferred to get the totes there in, but they wanted to keep the totes for obvious reasons. Because totes are really cool. Oh, that's crunchy. That's not going to be good. Oh, gosh. Golly. Oof. Ironically, the thing sounds awful and is tight and grindy, but yet still fires better than any deploy I've experienced thus far. So he might go ahead and get thrifted anyway, because that's really what deploys are doing. You know what? I'm going to put him on the edge here, because I do need part 1 out, and this is a good candidate. Unfortunately, it works good. It's just so dry and scratchy and feels like it's full of dirt. So we'll shove him over there for the time being. Another one of these. Maverick is an absolver with the peeling and stem on it. Not sure what that means. Ryan, any standout gems or good blasters? There's a few things I've been wanting to get. I did need another long shot shell for cutting up and stuff. And so there's a blue one and a yellow one. We'll see how good they work. If they work good, I'll probably put them in the loaner box for now. But it's nice to have extras for in situations where you really need to cut something up, which happens more often than you think. J-Ro, good morning. Trunk stuff. I guess we're being demonstrated to what to do with all that junk in his trunk. Nice. Very good. Very good. Silly little thing. My ear and soul hurts when I hear that priming, even if it's... yeah, that was pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Hello? That works a little better. Oh, rats. Okay, somebody took the dart tooth out of this thing, out of this modulus ion fire. But it works. Is there anything cool you can do with these things? That one's firing okay. I mean, as inefficient as breech load single shots are on a stock level. Yeah. Is there anything cool you can do with these? I've never paid attention, because it's like I said, somebody took the dart tooth out, so you have to force it in every time. But it's fired good. But it's got like this could be like a nice little foregrippy area, and this has kind of a cool area if you need to just kind of blend up to a muzzle area or something like that. There's potential in this, so we'll I reckon we'll wait and see. If anybody says, yeah, those things are totally cool for doing whatever to, then we'll go from that. It still seems really silly that they have this giant box with the little hooky bob up here, which makes it difficult to prime. It was a bad idea. Nerf, it was a bad idea. The brass really easy. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. Might have to resort to that. Like I said, it operates nice. It's just missing that thingy. So we'll put them over here in the functional. But well, what the heck? Where's my fence? There it is. This. Yeah, that's what is this? What is this? I have seen these pieces used for integration stuff, or blending stuff in, especially on Rebelly things, and I've been itching to do a Rebel integration. So this guy's probably just going to go straight to the bin. But just for the heck of it, because I've never actually used one of these. That didn't even clear my table here. Devil's Call. Hey, Milan, how you doing? What time is it where you're at over in Germany? Yep, that is awful. That's going straight into the bin. 35. It's actually a really clean drum. Like a little scuffed, but like it's doesn't look like it's faded or scratched up or anything. It's in really nice shape. That's good. That's good. Okay, I'll have to put batteries in him later and test him out. Although I'm not really itching for a barricade. I do have a barricade idea for an integration. I want to do something cool with them because, I don't know, it's a bit different since I seem to build everything off of stripes and magfed and whatnot. This would be just kind of a nice little change. But I want to do something a little special to it. But I've cut up so many of them, I don't really have a good builder, so I might keep him just for that purpose. So we'll set him aside for later testing. Another one of these. Just past 9 p.m. Doing great watching with my girlfriend. Cool. That's good to hear. And that you're watching together. Is she supportive of the Nerf hobby, or is she just tolerant of, or how's that aspect of the relationship? Watching Nerf while working on Nerf. What more could you ask for? Boy, brother, I'll tell you, that's the way it is. I would just as soon listen to or watch somebody nerfing while I'm out here working. Like, I like when somebody else is live streaming while I'm working, because you can just kind of sit and hang out with everybody. Nice. Man, 3 in a row. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 of these things all working just fine. And nice. Cool. Trad. Making brunch. Nice. Okay. Ooh. Very nice. That is very perky. Striller! How you doing, man? Mind bleach I need after Bobo's stream last night. Yeah, boy, I was only around for about 10 minutes of that last night, and that was interesting. Flash show, gym time. See you later, guys. Hope to find some gold in there. There is some you'll have to watch later if you want to dedicate X number of hours to watching this, but there are some interesting things in here. Good luck at the gym. I assume this is part of your gearing up for End War 2020? 2020? So good luck, and we'll see you next time. Another triad for the loaner bin. Hi. Got another one of these guys that does have the dark tooth. Good to know. Technically works if you hold it shut. Otherwise it locks the trigger. Interesting. You were too sick to watch Bobo. Well, I reckon that probably doesn't take too much. The way it sounds, most people left sicker than they started. What the heck? Interested and already dabbled with modding on 2 occasions. Nice. Oh, that's right. She did that grip integration with that the thing with the cool shaped thing that you modeled for the sling fire thing. That deal. Yeah, that was actually that was all her, wasn't it? That's right. That was good work on her part. Okay, this dude's jacked up as well. I might put him with the other one here that works good and see if I can combine one out of the two and then use the other leftover one for shell pieces. So put him over there. Got one of these guys, which only works on the rail of actually that thing over there, but I think could easily be cut off and integrated in as a kind of cool looking scopy deal. So set him aside for the, well, yeah, put him over there. We'll get to him again later. Okay. Element. Bobo can be an acquired taste. He is an odd duck. Bobo is an odd duck. Love him to death. Love that dude, but he is an odd duck. Okay, got this element. Seems to work, but the dart post is bent in sideways, so we might employ the use of a hammer and a chunk of tubing to just eliminate the dart post altogether. Which is nice. I've got this, I think this was a brake line, fuel line, just a piece of tubing that happens to be the right size that fits around dart post without really getting in the way of the rest of the air restrictor thing. And most of the time you can just get this in there, give it a good tap with a hammer, and it'll pull the dart post out but leave the air restrictor intact, which doesn't really gain you a whole lot, but it does let air move a little bit easier. And it's kind of a cheater thing where you're not really, it's not like full-on AR removal, but still also gets rid of issues like this. And where are my needle nose? Tappy tap and a yank. Now technically, this should work just spifferoony. Bada bop. Actually, surprisingly well for wow, for a stock element, an old element all beat up. That one didn't work as good, but I'd put that thing on par with like a Fire Strike. Huh. Yeah, hot dog. That's a dandy. Yep. Not a bit. This thing is not even worth my time to see if it works. But for the sake of whoever is going to get it at the thrift store, I'll make sure it works. It works as much as one would expect. Long shot front gun, right into the parts bin. This thing not sure if Bobo and taste can fit in the same sentence without negative. Thank you, Alice. I think everybody needed that today. Sort of fell asleep in the middle of it. I recall him working on a Hyperfire bullpup. Oh, you're talking about Bobo's stream. I was like, okay, I don't know when you fell asleep, but we weren't doing that. Yeah, that was, I believe, the same one he had at his End War booth when he was like, hey, I'm working on this thing. Good enough. I mean, it's a rinky-dink dumb little pistol thing. I'll throw it in the loaner bin because it's functional, and then when I need to cut one up, then I'll cut it up. Yes. Oh, yeah, Striller. That's and Alice, I'm sure that's you're talking about this as well. Yeah, it's. I think once upon a time I took and I kind of filed a little bit in just so it kind of had a bit of a more of a cutting edge. There. Does that work? Does that work? I don't know if that works. And then the other side just kind of naturally flares out when you're smashing it with a hammer and stuff, and so it gives you a nice little surface area there. And since you're not really smacking on it really hard, you don't have to worry about it buckling or anything, because you're just, since I usually do it while they're all assembled and everything anyway, and so you just kind of just rappy tap tap a little nice gentle persuasion, and that'll cut the 3 little prong things off. to hold it in place, and then you can just reach in with needle nose and yank them out. If you could do the same with a piece of brass from the hobby store. Brass might be too soft. I think you would probably want to buckle or fold the top. And Alice, you don't have to steal somebody's brake line. They do sell it at the parts store. Like, you can go and you can get like 6-8 feet of it. But I mean, you know, you do you. I don't know how Canada does things. Hey, is this an act of defiance? Is that what this is? Is that what you're doing now, huh? You noogies. How you like that? There we go. Okay, fabric. Works as great as you can expect a Maverick to. So this is the really awful Raider stock that I think somebody thought was clear. It's just horribly painted silver. So it's probably just going to go straight into the parts bin. Since I don't think I could save it and actually use it as an attachment, I'd probably just cut it up to integrate into something else for the butt pad or whatever. So it'll go. I'm having a hard time making it over today. Okay, cap gun thing. You know what? I'm probably just going to leave these thrift store stickers on all these things. Grip's a bit tight to do with anything I would need it to do, I think. I don't know what this is actually for. It's electrical, electronic, pew pew pew, whatever. It's a shooty pistol. It'll go in the thrift thing. Wait! What? I didn't know there's two variants. I didn't know there was a green and a clear. Huh, how about that? Huh. That thing actually has a surprising amount for what it is, for being a teeny tiny plunger tube and a really dumb little uncomfortable grip. Yep, I think that's loaner worthy for a pistol round. Pistol thing, a pinky pistol. Missing the hammer, but whatever. Yeah, I think he'll just go directly into the thrift box. Some Dart Zone belts. I would have swore I had something Dart Zone recently that I acquired. So put those, well, over there by the ammo stuff. A plethora of 6-round mags. Them over here, the rest of them. Which is dumb. I mean, nobody likes these things and they're basically worthless. But I have like a dream of playing a game, like, not like personally as far as like hosting a game like one of our little backyard things during the summer. And having, you know, modded stuff, full auto and whatnot, but only be able to run 6-round mags. And that's what just, I have, I think about, I think I had about 130 of these, and so I probably got close to 150 by now of just these 6-round ones, and just fill them all up and just have them all over the yard and start the game. So if you're running full auto, it's like zap zap, and then you gotta, you know, switch mags, and so it's just to create kind of an interesting dynamic, just for the heck of it. Oh, no other color. If you're wondering, I think all mine are green. So does that mean this one is just faded? No, it's could it be super faded? It doesn't look like there's any hint of it ever being green. Interesting. What is the green thing on the table to the left? Looking at the screen. Oh, you're talking this guy? That's Airzone, or what the heck? Zuru was a 10 or 12 round pump action thingy, but I've got other plans for the front end of this. And this isn't a table, it's a roll of carpet. And over there is flooring material. This was all extras and cast-offs from... my mother-in-law is a interior designer, works in a warehouse and stuff, so this is all stuff that was just going to get like thrown out because it was stuff that was ordered out of inventory and they had to get rid of it, and they're like, "You like want this?" And I'm like, "Okay." And so it's stuff that'll kind of technically work in our house as soon as we can get the old crap out of our house. So we'll see how that goes. When the phone went off, it moved rather dramatically, which makes me concerned for its safety. Oh, here, let's... How's that? Is that better for you? Nope, let's go this way more. It's always tricky with the delay in the stream to, like, tweak things. That's a little better. Okay. Got a bunch of Vulcan legs. I think those are all just fine, and they look great in there. So I think all my Vulcans that I need to have legs have legs. I'll go check real quick. Yeah, for the heck of it, we'll just snag one. Alright. Okay. Oh. More concerned about the phone taking an unplanned trip downwards. No, it's just sitting on the corner of a shelf, so it's all safe. Like this that you're seeing right here. It's one of those wire shelves, and so it's pretty secure-ish, I reckon. Okay, kind of a decrepit Vulcan tray and battery door. We'll put those over where the Vulcans live. Move over here for now. Stampede shield, which has been kind of sat on. Maybe we'll leave him in the sun or something and see if he'll reshape. Cool thing about this, I don't know how many people know this. I learned it once and thought it was the most brilliant thing in the world. This there's this cutout here. Let's zoom in real quick. On there's like this ridge right around here, because this is designed to fit around a Stampede. But if you cut right along this line here, it'll fit around a Vulcan, almost like it was originally designed to fit around a Vulcan, and they changed their mind and then just added this little bit here in the mold to accommodate the Stampede. In fact, I've got a Vulcan up there that's got the shield mounted to it, and yeah, you just follow this line right here. Just cut this extra lip off. Brilliant, super neat. Can't remember who posted that I saw it, but I thought that is so cool. Well, how come nobody else knows about that? Or maybe everybody else knows and nobody cares. Either way, it's a thing. Okay. Ooh, one of these guys. Not even. Okay. But let's take a minute to appreciate this thing, which is basically just a pump, a tiny little spit of an air tank, and a barrel. But look at this body thing. I mean, that's a really cool, like, kind of this would be such a cool motor cover. Would that cover both motors? Where's the stripe? I need a stripe. Where's a flywheelie thing? There we go. Okay. Actually, that's not good enough. Because I'd seen these before, and I think I have one somewhere, but I don't know where the heck it went. But I remembered this kind of cool shape here, and it's like, you know, slots or whatever. So, let's hang on a second. Go to the stripe box. So how cool would that be? Oh heck, you could almost make that work. Isn't that just a super neat motor cover though? Because then you could replicate it on the other side to keep it all, you know, even. Ha! Guess what I'm doing? this. Oh snap! Oh hey, hang on a second. This is where ideas come from. Okay, we've got the Barracuda here, which most of you are probably hoping we're going to see today, which we'll wait and see. I was mocking things up. When I was taking pictures, I had just a straight magazine and it didn't look very good. So I put that in there and thought, that looks nice and aggressive and cool. But also it's like, okay, we got the Barracuda theme, you know, that kind of fishy theme. Got the cool jawline and whatnot. This is a fin, right? Wah, wah. Boom, motor cover, gills. Ha! That's actually, that might happen. Because I don't want to run the rail right here because I took them off. And I don't want to put them back on because they're on another blaster. But how cool would that be to use that to fill in the space? And like I said, also kind of give that a functional yet addition to the theme. Huh. Yep. It's going right on the table. These are two spy gear thingies that like clip onto a belt, and then when you do that, then they pop up and do things. But the guy that I got these from was like, yeah, you know, I thought that'd be cool to integrate as a scope. And I thought, hey, there's a lot to be said for that, just for the novelty of having a cool deployable scope thing. I don't know. Maybe not even use this part, or at the very least sand the giant logo off, but you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. We'll put that in the ha. Go in the other one. One box down. So we'll just do this one right here. I do not need any more fireflies. I think I have 6 parted out. In fact, that I was trying to figure out how to get them to Rainbow in Germany was itching to get some, and man, we tried everything we could to get those to him, but it was going to be just ridiculously prohibitively expensive, and so I wasn't able to. But I ended up gutting like, I think it was like 5 or 6 to reduce weight and everything, and try to get them to stack as tightly as possible. Not great, but good enough for that. And a Cyclone Shock. Got my high hopes on this one. How would it look with a 22 round worker mag? 22 round worker mag. I think I still have one of those. Give me a minute and we'll take a look. In fact, I swear I saw that earlier today. Hello, Fowlen? Fowlen? I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but not intentionally. Nice. What am I up to? We are sorting recent acquisitions, and this is my garage. This is just the half that you never see. This is the still kind of car-ish that hasn't quite totally been taken over with Nerf, except for it's full of Nerf right now. But at least it still has car parts hanging on the wall and on the shelf and on the workbench. So another Cyclone Shock. It's good to go. This thing, which I totally underestimated how enormous it is. Is there anything cool you can do with these? I mean, that's the primey deal. Okay. There's apparently a lock in there that keeps it from tripping, but I don't have any of the arrows. Huh. Dang it, why did you have to add the stupid thing? If it didn't have this, it'd be a lot easier to work with. That takes some impressive amounts of grinding to straighten that up, unless you just covered this whole thing with a sheet of something on both sides and then just smoothed off that nonsense. But I reckon you could fit this to the front of something like a... Oh, crap. Who was it? Was it Lowrine Mechanical Artworks? One of the German guys, or I think it was Blasted.de Secret Santa thing. One of the guys, I'm trying to remember whose it was and who ended up with it, because I want to get them backwards, but made like a 3D printed a block that fits on the front of a long shot that fits 2 bow arms from the Secret Agent Rebel bow thing, and it just looks phenomenal. It's the most like aggressive, mean-looking long shot thing that's actually a crossbow now, even though it's not functionally a crossbow, but it just looks like it. Super, super, super cool. You'd probably do something similar because, yeah, because it is symmetrical. So you could even if you don't use like this portion of it and had it just sit to where the actual barrel shot above it. Yeah, that might happen. That might happen. That might be a thing. Because that would be kind of cool. I'm not big into like crossbows, and I don't have any of the arrows, but it does. Crossbows look cool. Wolfpack nerf on other platforms. Okay, gotcha. Aldos, how tall? Oh, Aldos, hey, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. So, yeah, needless to say, this is probably going to go into the boneyard. So, that's going to get sorted some other day. How tall is Centurion in the back compared to me? Well, let's. I assume you need this one back in here. It's like. So what we got here? I'm approximately 1 1/2 centurions tall. Which, Aldas, I will tell you, that's a very, very, very odd question, and it's not a question I ever would have expected to be asked, and not a question I would ask. Although now I'm very curious, that, unless you're just like, hey, how tall are you? I know how tall a centurion is, so I'm going to compare you. That's just an odd question. Okay, so crossbolt. Immediately have to make sure there's no 30 darts jammed up inside, because that's how they work. So where's our test magazine? Just throw it over there. Who cares? Yes, that is the boneyard. That's where blasters don't go to die. It's basically where they have already been dyed, and now they're just waiting to get recycled. So I could be all like, contemporary and be like, that's my recycling area. It's like a freaking scrapyard. Huh. Crossbolt that doesn't like jam up on every other shot. Good to know. Definitely functional. I don't know if I need 2 more though. I have 1, 2 over there. It is functional. Not sure if I'm gonna put it in the loaner bin or thrift it, but we'll see. Yeah, darn it. I suddenly found myself in need of a new microphone. While the microphone made it home from the trip, it did not make it out of the car from the trip. In fact, from the previous stream, when I told everybody, hey, I'm wearing this thing, but I need to make sure I take it off before I get out of the car. Well, I got home, got all excited, and got out of the car. The microphone stayed behind, and then the end that was stuck to me got broken off and disappeared. So, yeah, need a new lav mic before I go doing any more crazy videos and stuff, which I haven't done videos in like so dang long anyway. So, bummer. Oh. It's actually got one loaded. Okay. Can you contribute to the scrapyard? There's not a soul on this earth that can stop you, if that's what you're asking. Currently, let's see. Crossbolts don't jam until you really need it to not jam, and then they jam. I'll give you that one. Okay, so you have a dart. Why aren't you happy? Okay, well, we'll take further investigation over there. Okay, I'm currently working on a Hammershot Maverick Ion Fire Rough Cut integration for friends. The rough cut grip feels so nice on Hammershot. I've seen that. In fact, it was Searing Phoenix was the first one that I know of that did that. And it looked pretty good, and I've been meaning to, but I just haven't. Maverick Ion Fire. Interesting. That'll be, I'm interested to see how that looks. I want to revisit Atch's linear double stack half dart mag that fits in the stock Nerf wells using marginal files rather than mild STLs used, so it can be parametric and cool. Interesting. Interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing that on stream, which means I assume you're going to be streaming that eventually, Alice. Crossbolt's also one of the few blasters that take half dart modding that slap a talon and okay. Behold, talon adapter. Okay. Well, it won't work with that talon adapter. Okay, I'll have to investigate at a later date, apparently, because I cannot find my other adapter. Oh well. Okay, gotta go to work. Thanks, Aldas, for stopping by. Good luck at work. Have a wonderful day. Alice, all right, gotta go. Thanks, Nathan. You're always welcome to our house. Thanks, Alice, for stopping by. Did you prime it first? No, the adapter wouldn't fit because of the way the magwell fits. Okay. Got a weird recon barrel that apparently had something glued to the end of it and then broke. But functionally, ought to be okay. Put in the attachment bin. Redder. Now, ain't that interesting? Primes. Now it goes. Interesting. Functional enough to give up its stock and go in the thrift bin. I don't think I need another Raider right now, but I'll separate the wheat from the tares and then go through these later and decide what I want to cut up versus just thrift outright. Okay, that guy works. That's curious. Very curious. I seem to recall this being not quite so difficult to rotate. He's not so hot. He's gonna sit over there, and yeah, we'll take another stab at him sometime and see if we can fix him. This dude, I'm kind of leaning towards integration type stuff, because the front end on this is pretty cool. I don't know if I'll be using the big Tusky deals, but the front end's really cool. I kind of dig that. But we'll first see if it works, and if it works, we'll let it go live in the Boomco box until other fate happens. Okay, so that goes in like that. Nope. Not so great. Hard to tell if that's the blaster or the magazine being weird. So I fired some, which would make me believe that the blaster itself fires okay. Since it doesn't seem to be shooting out of half of the thing. Huh. Okay, we'll put that clip in timeout. Put him over here until we get another one. Do you like this grip? This is the grip, Paragon grips, what I used on that sling fire, because this mates up really nice with the actual handle thingy on the sling fire. And the grip itself is very comfy as well. But let's see if this thing works. I don't think I got any mags in here in this lot, so we'll come over here. Grab one. That's awkward. Huh. Okay, he seemed good. Okay, don't think I need another one. I have like 2 of everything Vortex, but they're nice. So I think, yeah, I think we'll put him in the loaner bin for now. We'll see how we feel later. Asherlito, hi. For sure this ain't gonna work so hot. there's probably some kind of lock in here that's just goofed up. But at the same time, I don't think I've ever had one of these that didn't work. I think I only have one actually right now. But it's got some potential. It's got this kind of cool jaw pattern on it, which is awful wide, but it'd give you an opportunity if you put this on, say, well, it'd have to be a Springer, I think, in order to use kind of the low roof line of it for the opening. But you could underbarrel something down in here or use this for like battery storage, like, huh. So, yeah, I'm not heartbroken about this thing not working because it gives me the opportunity to finally cut one up. Unfortunate about its not symmetricalness, but you could probably cut that off and patch it up because this has got some issues too. But yeah, so not heartbroken about that one being weird. It looks like a replay. Should I have it? We'll see if it. I think it usually let you prime. Okay, so he's got some other issues as well. So, yeah. Oh, well, okay. Hmm. No. Yeah, you can sneak it back, so it's apparently got a safety or a little lever somewhere that's tripping it. So we'll go hang out over here. And he'll get reassessed later. Okay, another okay, that's silly. Ready for this? Okay, so yeah, it's just a noisemaker. I don't think there's anything usable on that. I don't know, the grip. Oh, hey, that might be a nice grip for a double strike. Like just cutting this guy out, because I think there's enough width there that it would handle the spring, but it's got this cool little finger guys. It's about as small as you can get before it gets uncomfortable, which is cool. Like the double strike, dual strike, double strike, the little zombie pistol. It's just a bit too small, but if you put a full size grip on it, it makes the rest of the blaster look too tiny and weird and misbalanced and malproportioned or whatever. But that I think done right, because you could have it down to where the trigger is a little more of a natural position. But just the grip itself is just kind of nice right there. I'm yes, I'm getting ideas right now. Yes, that is definitely going right there. Okay, more recon. Diatron has more locks than a door company. Yes, I actually opened up my my first Diatron and told myself never again. Okay, hey, recon works as good as you can expect. So, and it's in okay-ish shape. I don't think I need another one. There again, it'll go in the thrift box, reassess, and see if I need one for the scrapyard. Busby. Okay, I don't think this will take the regular darts. Maybe as a grip for the sledge fire. Makes the blaster look even bigger. It's actually a very, very small grip. Like, I don't think it would be wide enough for the portion of the sledge fire that comes into the grip. I don't think that would work. But it is in the boneyard now, which means that it's free game for anything that comes along. Okay, this isn't going to work very good because the really wide dart posts that Busby uses. But we're going to see if it tries anyway. Well, that one went good. Kind of. Okay. It technically works, and I think would be usable if you take the dart posts out, because the dart posts are like wider at the tip. So, in fact, if I can squeeze the dikes in there. Not looking good. That might have to be its own little project, but it's a top prime, 6-shot. I'm willing to put this in the loaner bin for a little bit. At the very least, it can always go in the thrift bin later. Recon Light seems to be a bit dirty and decrepit, but if you're just using it for an aesthetic piece, I think it'll be good. Put it in the accessories bin. Oldie cap gun. Don't think there's anything usable for me, but it'll make some kid happy. One of these guys. Where did all this stuff come from? Tactical Nerd. This was a pile of stuff from a local guy who was a collector and is thinning the herd. Sold off as much stuff as he wanted to sell and was to the point where he's like, you know what, I'm not going to bother trying to sell, or was actually going to donate some of it, but he's like, I just want it to go away. So I came and picked it up this morning. Wow. This dumb little thing was the Stormfire? Is that what they... Or, no, this is the Sharp... Whatever that thing is. This dumb little dark tag thing is actually hitting pretty good for being a... I think it's just a reverse plunger, isn't it? But it's... Well, I didn't shoot that one very good. Dang. Yeah, it's weird. It doesn't have like a really hard pop, but the darts just come zinging out of there. So it's almost like tiny dopey reverse plunger, but yet very good use of the space or something. Huh. Yeah, that's definitely loaner material. Put it in the loaner bin. Ah, you can get batteries. Curious for my next project will involve a Raven Fire. What would a Raven Fire look like with white LEDs? Well, if you have not seen Alice Coat Duck's Gavin, which is a Raven Fire with all kinds of LEDs, you might check out her video, and that might give you an idea. I don't know if it does white or not, but at least give you an idea of how the LEDs shine through the shell material. That's usable. Go in the bin. Thrifted one of those strike fire, and it looked good. It looked inside. The plunger tube was shattered. Oh, jeez. Good for parts. Okay. Another one of these guys. There. That seems a lot better. Yeah, I'm not sure what was wrong with that other one. Like, you really had to fight it to rotate it. So let's hope this one works out. So I bought one of these brand new when they, it wasn't shortly after they were released, but it was when they were still new. I got one on a pretty good discount finally because I wanted to cut it up. But the trigger pull was just crazy stiff on it for some reason. But let's see if this works. Heck yeah, yep, that's a winner. Gargantuan monster telescope that's really just a thing with a dead spider in it and a lens. This guy. Oh. and the business end of my microphone that came off when I got out of the car. Darn it. So, need to, need to. If anybody has a good recommendation for a lav mic, I can't remember what the where I got this one or the link for it. So if anybody has a good recommendation, if you could reach out to me at some point, somewhere, and come talk to me. There, this guy. Oh, little dude. The shotgun thing is cool. Don't think I've ever seen it before. Shotgun thing, shotgun thing. Oh, you're talking the pump action guy. Yeah, that was the Vagabond. Planning on starting and hopefully finishing a full auto short dart Stinger Raven today. Ooh, nice. Seeing it looks pretty much good. Might be much probably something. Look at the Halo rifle. Ah, good to know. I have never handled one of these actually. I have a Rapid Madness. Is that what they called the original one that I got from Wallcom? So let's see if this one actually works. Oh yeah. Nice guy. Yes, that's a winner. Very nice, very nice. Oh, also, welcome back, Phone Blast. To whom am I speaking? Is this everybody? Okay, no batteries, and I'm not going to bother putting 37 AA's in this thing. I'm going to assume that it works good enough, that at least as good as I need it to. So it'll be good. My nieces like having powered things, because a lot of them can't work the prime on stronger blasters. So that'll be good. That'll be good. I have one of these rewired, but it'd be nice to have two, so I can go dual wielding. That'll be cool. I like that. Okay, Rapid Strike. Which I reckon ought to work. At the very least, if it's mechanically there, that's really all you need because you're changing everything else anyway. So, where's the screwdriver? Weird story. Found a dead centipede in a long shot when putting it. Oh, great. Addie, all right. Well, Addie, I appreciate you stopping by. I enjoyed Nerf News this morning, as I always do. So thank you very much for your contribution. I know it's a heck of a job you and Michelle do, and I think everybody appreciates it. I think it'd be cool to sneak one of those power bells into a Firefly. Somebody did. Where did I see that? Somebody... It was either Firefly or a Speed Swarm or a Swarmfire. I can't remember. But yeah, somebody put the whole mechanism inside a Firefly and it looked just clean and just like perfect. So yes, very doable, and actually, as I recall, it looks very cool. Try really hard. Ah, very nice. Another Titan. Very good, very good. Now I just need more rockets. Okay, so there's... okay, we got an empty box, so we can put... Loaner stuff confirmed good in this box. That needs work done. That one's good. needs worked on pile I'll put over here on top of the chocolates. That way I'll be sure to get to them. Okay, this guy good. Let's pop this out. We know this works, so we'll try him in that Tuscan thing. Pool noodles and foam football heads make Titan rockets. Yeah, I just need to locate some of the pool noodles, have the right size of bore, because I don't want to. I don't know. I might, because I've got 2 Titans right now with good rockets with the squeakers in them. If anybody missed that, I don't know if you can. Well, I can't even reach it, darn it. What the heck? Reach this in this chair. If anybody missed the stream where we put the dog squeakers in the Titan rockets. So I've got those 2, but I might, especially since I have another Titan now, I might build new proboscis, whatever you call it, tube thing on it, and make proprietary rockets just for that, and then maintain the other 2 as original type ammo. We'll see. Okay. This clip. So we'll put him on probation. Now you get confused with which box holds what. No, because I'm going to move the box. Technically. Okay. So, good box. All right. Did I get a Dart Zone Pro? I did not. If you're talking about that, it's a Raptor Strike. Squeaky Titan rockets for the win. Yes, I still need to work on those a little bit. They don't move enough air to get a good solid squeak because the size of the squeaker is so restrictive that it doesn't let enough air out when it impacts. It just goes squeak real quick and then bounces off instead of actually using the whole squishiness of the thing. There's some like science and stuff involved. I don't know. Well, actually in fairly nice shape. Usually they're busted or faded real bad. So I'll leave him alone actually, since I have the shells. Yeah, I'll put him over there. I'm going to trust that the rest of him works. Barrel just got the barrel just screws off on a Titan. You can put the 3D piece attached to the piece. Yeah, no, I remember. It was MTB. I think Ryan built or designed the screw-on adapter thing. I don't know if there's a free one or if he posted that. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But I think that one was for. I can't remember. Yeah, maybe just build something, I guess. Does that bazooka work? If you could you fire it? Oh, that one over there. It's been gutted. As far as it doesn't. It was the original project was for shooting Nemolcha rockets, like the one Nevitz on Reddit built one that was basically a shotgun rocket launcher. So I wanted to do that, but I got a lot more modifying to do. But you have to open it up so far that it doesn't shoot the balls anymore. Okay, Alpha Trooper works as good as an Alpha Trooper can, I reckon. You know what? We got an empty box now. We will put thrifty things in this box instead of the wastebasket. this guy, he needs more testing, so we'll put him over here with the rest of this. All right. Got my doubts about this. I'm just going to load 2 because it's going to need one of them, I'm sure. Huh. Actually, it wasn't too bad. Anybody know where you can buy different colored triggers? Yes. In fact, Toad Brews, you're already on that. Yes. Biggs and Z sells a lot of stuff. Also, depending on what you're looking for, there's 3D printed options and stuff like that. Depends on what triggers you're looking for. What blaster, rather. Wow. I've never had a Speedload 6 that fired this consistently. Not necessarily like performance-wise, but just not jamming. We'll see if it'll slam fire. Okay. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Can we get 2 out of 2? Oh, here we go. It's eating it now. Stop. Okay, that's not going to end well. Okay. It works. I think I already have 1 or 2 of these, so he'll probably just go in the thrifty thing because it works good enough for whoever's going to need it. You know, I always thought it'd be cool. In fact, I have one of these that I started on, taking the end of this because the barrel or the cylinder rotates on trigger pull like a Maverick. Converting one of these to HPA, and you could dual wield them, and just have it fire pow, you know, when it comes to the end where it's actually centered up. And you could just front load these things and it'd just be like poppity poppity pop. But I think I tried putting a XBZ didn't fit, but I couldn't think of another tank that was smaller without going like Panther, but I don't know. That was when I was experimenting with HPA, but I don't anymore. But I think that'd be a killer idea because you could also put like a belt clip on here, so you could just like hook the thing on your belt, do your deal, you know, run even like a Springer or whatever, and then have like one of these, or have a split off fitting, split it off, and have 2, and be able to just like pow 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 10 times. I don't know, fun idea. Let's see if he works. Works good enough, just don't need it, so put him in the thrift box. Cool. Okay, so we got some batteries. Barely. But good enough to know it works. So put him in the keeper. There again, flywheel blaster. We know if it's mechanically sound that we can do whatever the heck we want with it. Scott Brown, have a garage like that. Dirty or full of Nerf blasters and other projects. I reckon either answer would be suitable. There again, as functional as it needs to be, but I don't need another one, so it'll be good for somebody else. And we'll just move on to the next one while we're at it. Nerfed out, yes. Now that's on this side of, well, this is a roll of carpet. This side is the stuff we're sorting through that's complete blasters of unknown condition. Over there is the boneyard where dead blasters go to get turned into new things. Where am I going to put the flooring? Well, a lesser man would say on the floor, but that is a roll of carpet that's going to go in the living room, or no. We were going to do the living room, but we're going to do the 3 bedrooms because there's technically enough of that hardwood floor to do the kitchen, dining room, and living room. And then whatever scraps we have left from the carpet, we'll turn into like an area rug for the dining room, or the living room. At least that's a plan. That might change. There again, Firefly. Works. Don't need it. Okay, blue long shot. Whether it works or not, I'm gonna keep it. If it works, cool. If not, boneyard. Looks like he lived outside for a while. Kind of faded into dirt in places. Huh. Works just fine. Apparently needs a stock block. So, functional. Yourself or hiring people? The carpet, definitely going to have somebody else do, because bad carpet work it'll haunt us forever and ever if it starts to stretch and pucker and stuff like that. The laying the wood down, we're thinking about doing it ourselves, but it's one of those things where we got the wood and everything. We got everything for free, so maybe we can afford to have somebody else just take care of it. Especially with my current work schedule and crap, it would be hard to be able to just sit down and do it and have it done. Nice. What epoxy putty do I use? EP200 for everything in the lid. I try to avoid using epoxy putty. I use DevCon as much as possible. What's it called? Epoxy Sculpt works good for cosmetics, not so much for structure. But I know Bobo likes Odie's, so I'm thinking about doing that just for areas where I'm just needing it for like extra reinforcing and stuff like that. Nice. Instead of that, put the hardwood down and then put linoleum over it like Wilmer's used to do. Well, yes, considering that my house was built in 1955 and I bought it from the original owners, we do have linoleum under our carpet. We have carpet in our kitchen, which is a sin, absolutely, which we're trying to fix. But there is sure some wacky linoleum everywhere. Got some really cool looking linoleum in my wife's room where she has basically, it was her boutique, whatever it was, when we were doing the LuLaRoe thing. But now it's just her clothes room, her gigantic closet. And so, no, we know all about linoleum on things. We thought we had hardwood floors underneath, but it's just plywood, unfortunately. What about Bondo? Bondo is great for doing what its job is, which is filling dents in cars. Some people use it for Nerf applications. I don't trust the stuff because I worked in a body shop and have been around cars for years. Um, just yeah. Glaze putty, I don't mind using. I used it a little bit before, but I need to buy some more Evercoat glaze putty, which is just like super fine um, Bondo, basically polyester body filler. Okay, this is an old Hawk that had the magazine. He kept the magazine, and the bolt, when you pull it back, is actually flexing and separated here. So I think he's just going to get cut up. It's got kind of a cool barrel thing and got kind of a cool foregrip area. The grip and the stock are basically worthless, but I think he'll just go right there. This thing was apparently a smoker deal where you break it and you put little cartridges in and then it makes smoky things happen or something, apparently. I don't know. I'm not sure I could even use the barrel because it's got all this battery, I don't know, in it. Stock, grip. I mean, it's got cool speaker things. Yeah, I think better off letting a youngster run around and shoot Indians or whatever. Are kids allowed to do that anymore, or do they get in trouble? I mean, it's the old cowboy thing, you know. It's a thing. Okay. Demolisher complete. I'm going to assume it's good. There again, if the switchers are bad, we're replacing it. If motors are bad, we're replacing it, so on and whatnot. Have I considered using blasters as wallpaper in the house? My wife doesn't really like the decor of the garage. She has her own vision of things for the house. You know, it's like a Pinterest thing, and so yeah, it's. I don't think that's gonna happen. There's a distinct wall between the garage and the rest of the house, and things in the garage stay in the garage generally, sometimes, and things in the house kind of stay in the house. This is a weird thing. The grips aren't even comfortable, and the rest of the body isn't really usable for integration of any kind, which is too bad because the grips are kind of close to being kind of cool looking, but not really enough. Like, yeah, it's like the handguard is kind of cool, but I'm not sure it would even be worth trying to work around and resculpt because you couldn't use there's no trigger, and the grip itself, nope, over there. All right. Okay. I don't know what that is. No, that answers that. Seems to be the dart. What the heck? Yeah, weird stuff jammed inside. Yeah, I'm not going to ask what that is. But it's where it didn't belong. I'm assuming the little, they don't call it the dart tooth, the thing that keeps darts from popping out over the top of your bolt and stuff. I'm going to test one or two of these just for that. Start pinning pictures of Lash on Pinterest. She'll figure it out eventually. No, she's very quick. She's very she's a pretty sharp kid. So I do not underestimate her as far as things like that go. I put that in backwards. Turn the wife into wallpaper. That is not a good idea. Oh, that was quick. Okay, demo stock. good use for that. This apparently is designed to slide onto the back of something very specific. But I think somebody at the thrift store will be able to figure that one out. Okay, Raptor Strike. Which I have one of these I bought on mega sale at Walmart Black Friday 2 years ago? Year before last. Whenever it was when these things came out. And was going to cut it up, but just couldn't commit on what project I wanted to go with. So this is missing the bolt, which means it's a little bit closer to being Dremel fodder. Have I ever bought parts from Harbor Freight for Nerf? I haven't been to Harbor Freight in like years? Wow. Not really something I ever thought about. Okay. Works fine. But missing the bolt does make it a little closer to going over there. So it's just going to teeter on the edge. Kind of like that. Actually, I do have one in the parts bin already. So that's right, because I got it from Chris, from Panda at N-War last year? Or was it Rag last year? I can't remember. So if I can build a bolt for it, then I'll probably put it in the loaner box. But it's happy sitting right there. Another drum. Another one of these. No noise, but there again, we know it seems to be all there, and for all intents and purposes, should be just a battery or, you know, rewire and replace everything anyway. It's good. This is apparently, from what he was saying, a Star Wars-y prop or something like that. Uncle Milton. That did something or had some kind of cool thing, or... Oh, there you go. So, I don't know. He was using it for proppy stuff, so I don't know if maybe I'll build some kind of cool Explorer guy blaster and add this as part of a kit and sell it. I don't know. I don't know things, man. Another decoy. Ooh, hey, that one's kind of pricky. All right. Shop cleaning. Well, kind of, David James. This is actually, these boxes here are a lot that I just picked up this morning on the little road trip that was the previous stream this morning. So we're just kind of sorting through. These are all stuff from a guy who was thinning out his collection and thinned it out as far as he could and was going to donate a lot of stuff and sell a bunch of stuff, but was like, you know what? If you can use it and just get it out of my hair, you can have it. And so I did just that. So now I'm sorting through what works, what doesn't work, what's shelf fodder, what's going to be donated, what I'm going to use for the loaner bin and stuff like that. Dang. That's a decoy almost worth keeping. That thing works nice. Huh. Yeah, I hate to say it, but I might actually keep this one. Just so I've got one that works. Just for the novelty. Okay. No plans for this guy yet. There again, I'm sure if it doesn't work, it probably won't take much for it to work. Spinning barrel gimmick. Weird handle that's oddly too small, but you could cut off that link and have a little more room. Yeah. We'll I don't think it'll ever be anything practical, but it's got some pieces, so we'll put it over there. For the time being, anyway. How are we organizing things exactly? I'm taking things out of the boxes that need to be sorted. I've got a thrift pile, I've got a loaner pile, and I've got the scrapyard. Take, a dozen bags. Who's gonna sit there and be cool? We're getting close to the end. Those of you who are getting tired of seeing this boring stuff, there is an end coming eventually. Okay, that works. Not that we actually need it to. Parts come tomorrow. Stripe and the Red Hurricane. Ah, yes, the red, the clear thing. Yeah. I need to do something with my Hurricane. I picked one up at End War. Or was it Rag? End War. I think it was End War. And I put the better wheels in it and converted it to LiPo, but I need to get a little grip extension for the battery. But it's a nice little pistol. I just wish I had more opportunity to use it. He works just fine. Well, maybe just for novelty's sake, I will select all Vortex. Okay, so that's Caleb's. Where's the Vortex thing? There we are. What is the buzzing? Yes, I'm streaming through my phone, so if it's buzzing, it's probably somebody trying to call. In fact, just for the heck of it, if it was buzzing a long time, yeah, somebody might be calling. Let me just get up here and go. Wow, lots of notifications. Somebody called, and my wife called. Oh, darn. Whoops. Okay, yeah, so that was my wife calling. Okay, that one works. Don't really need another Praxis, so we'll put him in the thrift box. So I think I already have one of these. Yeah, I've got a Lumitron. I think I have a Praxis that I can cut up already, so. Scrapyard pile is massive. Yes. Very much. Does need to be sorted. A lot of it is just poorly organized. I have plans to do a Motor Fury Demolisher integration. Demolisher. Huh. Interesting. Still need to get a Motor Fury. Dang it. Someone posted locally on Facebook Market or whatever. They wanted like $10, and I'm like, just not totally sold on spending $10 to immediately cut a thing in half. That's not going to work. I would like to use a Centurion stock on a Roto Fury. I'm looking for the cut lines now. Who the heck did that? Was that Exiled? What a score he did that. Because he had a Magnus involved as well on the pump grip, I think. I might check him out. Exiled 878. I don't know if he shared that on Reddit. He might have put that on his Instagram as well, so check him out. So he did something like that a year or two ago. Did he make the Road of Fury shoot elites? I don't think so. As I recall, I'm not sure he got that far into the project. heard Mr. Nathan was going to build a Rotofury just to use that terrible stock from NF Strike. Oh, okay, I saw that posted somewhere. It looked like somebody like 3D printed it with one of those like handheld 3D pen things, and used the aluminum arms off of another botched project or something. Yeah, that was kind of a wreck. Why the Magnus then? The Magnus was part of the, I think he used that as part of the pump grip conversion, so it was more of a horizontal grip or something. I don't remember what. He had a billion other things involved with it, but it was quite the beautiful looking thing. There again, the nitrons. I don't want to get a dozen batteries out for that. I'm trying to think. I think one of the local guys was looking for one of those, so I might reach out to them and see if they're still looking for one. Okay. Another Maverick. A bit crunchy, but we'll see what we got here. Not bad at all for a Maverick. One more box. Kind of. I heard these things are the best, and you can basically win at end war if you have them. That's what I've heard. Beyond that, they're just silly. Huh. Okay. Okay. Sun going swap and lead options. What do you use to attach a stock mount? Interesting. Your stock mount's breaking on your Alpha Trooper. I have no idea. I'm not sure how it's breaking. On my way home now. Please check your text messages. Oh, hi, honey. Can I check my messages while I'm streaming? I'm not sure. Be ready to go so we can go on a date this afternoon. Or else. Okay. What's the most amount of blasters you've used under integration? I've used 11 into Moscow. Hard to say. I think what Devil's Hand had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think, in it. Looking at Jackal over there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So far, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, right around in that neighborhood. But yes, honey, if you're still watching, which would be funny if you were, then yeah, I will. I got one more box here, and see, you got about half hour. Yeah, so I will. Darn right, Matt. Yeah, I will wrap this up here in the next little bit, so we can go out and do cool things and stuff because I like you a lot. I'm just leaving the salon and be home in 30 minutes. Okie dokie. All right, we'll drive safe, and I will see you shortly. Love you. And if you want to continue watching the stream while you drive home, you're more than welcome to. You know, I was just looking at this. It's got like this big mega thing here. I don't know why you couldn't reuse that handguard for something. I mean, you could. It's got this kind of cool ribby deal. Like you could use that somewhere else, even if you just cut this section out and kind of used it to tie things in. Huh, interesting. Huh. Yeah, that one's functional. Probably hang on to it anyway. I'll put it in the mega box. Just for the sillies. Yep, that one works. Starts to spy on us after we talked about using the blasters being used as wallpaper. Huh. Actually, I have a hunch she probably started watching when I didn't answer my phone, and apparently haven't been answering messages right now because I've been busy. And I had talked yesterday about doing a stream because she is a rather smart cookie. She probably did the figuring and decided he's probably streaming, that's why he's not answering. So she went straight to the source. So if there's a World's Greatest Detective Award, she would have earned it for today. You know, I spent a long time looking for one of these, the Zombie Strike long shot, and like within the last month and a half, I have 3 now, and so it's almost lost its novelty, but it's still a really cool looking shell variant. Nice. That's a winner. Another deploy. Okay, what the heck? We got 27 people watching right now. That's 27 people watching a guy poke through boxes of old toys. This is, I will say, a bit more exciting probably than watching a guy in his garage in his pajamas picking through, sorting screws and stuff like we had a couple weeks ago. So I think we're moving up. There again, barricade. Feel I need batteries to test. Polisher. Again, it's there, so it probably works, or at least will work well enough after regular additional parts and things. Not too concerned there. Enamel boxes. There we go. Dude missing a half of the bolt. You missed the screw picking pajama party. Yes, you did. That was, yeah. Gosh, I think I had like over 30 people watching at that point and felt like really needing to apologize the whole time. Okay, another functional long strike. Set him aside. If I can find the other half of the bolt, I think I've got another bolt in there. I'll probably put him in a thrift box. Put him right there for now. Fun to watch what treasures you scored. That's always a fun part as well, because you never know what's going to happen, what's going to show up. Not going to lie, I still use some of my videos built along videos as a substitute for ASMR. Sorry. Boy, it puts you right to sleep. Always improving the content is a sign of a great YouTube host. Does this even count as YouTube anymore? This is just like, I'm lonely, watch me do things and talk to me some stuff. That one works too. Which is more rare, a full crimson or a Transformers barricade? Huh, interesting. I admit I've seen more crimsons than I've seen Transformers barricades. Boy, I would punch a kitten for an Optimus Prime barricade, though. If somebody has one, even if it's not in beautiful condition, and wants to talk to me. Where put the other one? Oh, I think he went over there. Close enough. Okay. And a Vulcan box, and half of a Vulcan box. So, stick this on one of the Vulcans. It's over there by the chair. And what we have left is a trio of moduli that all seem to be complete. With the that one's complete. That one's missing the battery door foregrip thing, but as with the rest of the flywheelers, as long as it's there, we can work with it. So, all right. Well, I apparently have a date, so I need to go get all fancy and purdy and stuff. So, all right. Let's see. Sup, Blue Wolf Nerf. Sup yourself. Voice, Lisa, Bobulus, Harry Potter, erotica. Oh, good grief. Have fun. Got to do some work. All right, J. Rowe, thanks for sticking around. Good cylinders for J. Rowe. Goodbye. See you later. All right, thanks everybody for sticking around. For those of you who are driving around, thank you very much for your input on audio quality and stuff. Just gonna look over what we got here. And good your misses. Have fun later. Enjoy your date. Thank you very much. Thank you all for your continued support. Cool things we learned about with that thing. I'm excited to integrate that part into here. That's going to be a fun little addition, I think. So, all right. Good day, good morning, good evening, whoever you are and wherever you are, and I'll talk to you all later. Have fun and be safe.